laps at Talladega. So let's head on over to the track. I believe they're getting ready to take the grid. We've had a few server hiccups tonight, and think they're getting things ironed out, hopefully. And we're going to be trying to get back out here and run this thing.
Drivers, start your engines!
Okay, now what happened?
Drivers, to your cars.
Drivers, start your engines!
Drivers, to your cars.
Drivers, start your engines!
pace car ducks off. So again, I apologize for the long delay, but we've had quite a bit of server issues tonight, and a lot of things going on. So, but we're gonna get ready to go green flag racing here. Green, green, green. Rich brings them down on that inside line. We've got the number 43 on the outside all by himself. If he could get hooked up with a partner, might be able to get a run on that 00 on the inside. They get these cars wound up here around the Gen 6 tonight at Talladega. The 103 of Carson, they're trying to get hooked up with Dean. See if they can't get a run on that outside. Low line being the preferred line, but if you can get it, if you can get some guys to hook up together on that high line, you can get a run on them and do some passing here. So Joey DeMann goes high and in the back of the field here. Rich still leading around. We've got a new one on the high side here, the 65, trying to tuck up underneath the bumper of Rich here and hold that position. Sprague. H on that high side there in the number 14, trying to get a little push from Dean. See if they can't get a run on that high side end. It looks like it might be working this time. So Rich continuing to lead here as they run around here side by side, 2 lanes side by side. Good racing going on here, guys. Rich goes to the high line up in front of the number 14. Gets Russ Sprague there on the low line, passing off the lead to him, and he is going to lead that lap. So Russ Sprague leading that lap going around. Lap 4 out of 76. Rich staying in the middle, 14 on the high side. Rich comes back up in front of the 14. Russ Sprague way up the hill. 13 looks on the inside of the 65. The number 6 of Jeff Bond tucking up under the 13 here. So Speed leading him down. Now he goes to the outside, passing off the lead to the number 6 of Jeff Bond. Jeff Bond on the inside. And he does lead that lap. So these guys passing the baton, taking their turn, leading the lap, getting out of the way, letting somebody else lead a lap. The 6 and the 318 pulling out to a little bit of a lead here. Running that low line. Everybody maintaining pretty well. See a little bit of action going on back in the back here. Some cars have kind of fallen back a little ways there. Russ Sprague falling back to the 10th position, going back through the middle. Joey DeMann running in the 13th spot, trying to get a march up through this field. A lot of these guys falling back a little ways. 14, it was up there for a while. Dean was up there. Jarrett biding his time. He likes to come from the back. He likes to hang out back there. I was talking to him before the race tonight, and kind of what he likes to do. So he likes to come up through the field. When it's time to come up through, he will. Excuse me. New leader up front. Got the 103 of Carson Krenz out in the lead. Being pushed by Sean. Sean there blew his motor earlier, but now they've restarted the race. He's back out there racing, and that's good. Not that I didn't enjoy your company in the booth with me, Sean. I appreciated it very much. At least I had somebody in the booth with me. 33 of Chris Pujo in the third spot, followed by Rich Patton. Rich Patton there now in the fourth spot, running very well, followed by his brother Tommy Patton in the number 68. So Chris and Rich going on the high side, seeing if they can't get something going on that high side. They got to start thinking about, some different lines around this track to get some passing in. But the high line's just not being very user-friendly tonight for some reason. It's hard to get around somebody on that low line. Russ Sprague back up to the 5th position. Good job by Russ getting back up there, coming back up through the field. Followed right up by Bryson and Dean. Still on that outside. Rich pushing the 33 of Chris Pujo on that high side. Still trying to work and see if they can't get something going on up there, but nobody's had any luck up there tonight. They got to think about, man, this can't be just a single line track here. Nobody's going to do any passing. They'll just follow each other around the track till the race is over. So definitely everybody's got to start thinking about trying to get something working on that high line. 65 doing a little rubbing there, going around the turn. The 84 of Bryson looked to go on the high side. Dean might be going with them, but Dean says, nah, I think I'll stay down on this low line. Bryson does come back down. So some good racing going on up front here. Some pretty good racing going on in the back, but they're all single file. They got a high line going here, but can't seem to go anywhere on that high line. The 33 and the 14 kind of tapping a little bit there and sent the 33 up the hill. 14 comes up the hill in front of them. So these guys are racing hard, but they're starting to get kind of wadded up a little bit. And I hope nothing major happens that these guys can't finish the race. Carson Krenz continuing to lead around here in the 103. Being pushed by Sean. And Bryson right there hanging on in third spot. And this time we go by the stripe will be lap 13. We've got the 84 looking on the inside, and that is for the lead. If he can hang it there, Dean giving him a little push. We may have a new leader. Bryson might be taking the lead. And he is going to take the lead this time and grab that all-important point for leading the lap. So very good job. Seeing some pretty good racing going on out here. These guys are doing a great job. A lot of lead changes is very, very important here. Well, I shouldn't say important. It's just well known. There is a lot of lead changes at this track. You can go from first to last in one lap, or you can go from last to first in one lap. So 84 going a little bit on the high side, but he pulled away from Dean just by a little bit there. These guys continuing to try to get something working on that high side, and maybe they have found something up there. Carson pulling these guys around here with them. The 84 jumps up in front of them and comes back down the hill. Whoa, that puts a couple of them on the apron. Whew, that was close. Going 3 wide across the stripe. And now's when we're going to see some really good driving by these guys. Now 3 wide. This is kind of balled the field up a little bit, and everybody's caught up to them. So Dean out there in front leading. And Joey the Man coming up on the inside. Patton kind of mired back in the middle there a little bit, trying to get something going up through that middle lane. But we know that 3 lanes here is good racing, as long as you got everybody that can hold on to it. We've got a big one. We got the big one. And caution is out. So let's go back and take a look at this and see what happened there. Believe this was up in the front here. We're going to go to the far chase view, and we're going to try to get over here on the, let's see here, that would have been the 84, I believe, of Bryson. We'll slow this down. It looks like the 14 kind of got out of shape, and the 84 caught him in the bumper. So again, we'll go back and we'll watch this again. We'll kind of go right out Bryson's window here and see if we can't get a view on what exactly might have happened there. These guys racing really hard. Look like the 14 may have caught the bumper of Dean and got him a little bit sideways coming through the tri-oval there. And when he tried to gather it back up, Bryson tapped him, and that sent everybody into motion here. So a lot of damage. Cars everywhere. Wow, that's a shame. A lot of tore up cars, a lot of tire smoke. Man, we've still got cars way up here though that that are still coming around the track, with the caution being out on lap 17. showing Joey DeMann in the lead at the time here, so he did have that lead when the caution come out. Leaders all coming down pit road. The 3 and the 33 here. Joey DeMann and Chris Pujo are leaders coming down pit road. Joey DeMann going to clear on down pit road. See what he does here. Changing right side tires. And left side tires, so he getting a full tank of fuel. Dean changing tires, Rich changing, right side only for Dean, so Rich changing all 4. So Dean coming out ahead of Joey DeMann there. So very good pit stops for these guys coming off of pit road, at very good time. But I'm not sure if this is going to put a few of these guys still out here. The number 98 of Wayneski staying out. The number 6 of Jeff Bond. And the 99 of Jarek staying out. So these are your 1, 2, 3 right here. We'll watch these 3 and see if they do come down pit road. They might decide, well, maybe it might be better. We did go 18 laps. Probably about time to stop for fuel anyhow. And they are coming down on pit road now. We'll watch them and see what kind of pit stops they do. Do they do 2 tire change, 4 tire change, or what? Chris Pujo coming down on pit road again. Second pit stop. I'm not sure why there. Whether he decided maybe just to top his tank off. Chris Pujo away. He just looked like he might have just topped off his tank with fuel. And Jeff Bond changing right side tires only. 99 is away. The 65 still sitting on pit road. So Dean leading them down this time. Still out under caution. Cars all start getting caught back up to the field. Hey, get a little drink of water. Wet my pipes. They get a little dry after all the talking. Dean blinking out for whatever reason here. Wow. Just when we're getting ready to come to the straight. And still out under caution. we're still seeing some cars coming down on pit road, topping off the tank. Making sure they've got a good full load of fuel and maybe getting some damage fixed up. Chris may be having a little bit of damage there on the rear spoiler. Tops off his tank and away. So 99 on pit road. Doing right side tire change. And that is Jarek. He likes to start in the back, so he's doing a 4 tire change, full tank of fuel, and he's away. Good pit stop, Jarek. And I'd like to give a big shout out to Jarek for big thank you for helping me with some settings in NASCAR here. Try to make the cars a little more crisper, and believe that it has. It's really made a big difference in the graphics in this. So Dean's still leading them around here as the cars get all single file. Lights are off on the pace car, and this time by we will go back to green flag racing. Dean followed up by the number 3 of Joey DeMay. And Carson Kranz showing a little bit of muscle there early on, running in the 3rd spot. Sean running in the 4th. Rich Patton 5th. Tommy Patton 6th. Followed by Speed running in the 7th place. So the pace car is off. Take that long trip down the front stretch, down through that trioval. Seems like you're never going to get to the start-finish line, they're telling me. And green, green, green. So seeing these guys get back up to speed here. Dean kind of ducking it down to the low side. The number 103 there of Carson trying to tuck up underneath him. Joey, leaving Joey out there on the outside all by himself. And now they go 3 wide into turn 3. Dean being right in the middle. Joey on the high side. And Joey does tap. Look like he might have tapped the wall just a little, but maybe not. Tommy showing a little bit of muscle here. Rich sucks up the 3rd spot. Tommy trying to get a little draft off of Rich. And they're going to try to maybe run that middle. They drop back down in. Well, they were going to come down into position, but thought better of it. They got a good run on that high line. And they're going to try to hang to it on that high line. It was working earlier. We did see a little bit of passing up there. So if they could get something going on that high line, man, it could be, you know, a very, very interesting race up here in the front. So Speed sucking up to the 13th spot now, or in the 13, sucking up to the 3rd spot. So very good job by these guys, man, up front. Sean running in the 2nd, and Carson's still leading them around here. Carson very strong here at Talladega. I'm hearing he's like the master at this track. We got a little bit of bumping going on in the back. A little bit of bumping here. 65 struggling a little bit. Not sure what's going on with his car here. He's having a little bit of issues catching the apron. Chris going by him on the low line, kind of leaving him out to dry a little bit, but followed up by Jeff Bond and Jarek, all freight training by the 65. Hopefully he can hang on to that draft. These 3 or 4 back here got to get caught up to the front part of his field, or they're going to lose that draft, and they're going to be sorry that they did that, I'm telling you. Joey the Man running in 6th spot now. So Dean and Speed they were trying to get hooked up. Dean dumps off Speed. Speed staying to that high side. Him and Joey the Man up there trying to get something going on, but I'm not sure if 2 cars up there by themselves, it's hard to get something going on when you're up there by yourself. But Dean comes back up the hill, being kind of squeezed out of that low line a little bit. Joey the Man trying to get a little bit of a run on him, and Tommy pulls. Is that Tommy or Bryson? I think that's Bryson. Pulling up in front of him. No, that is Tommy. Rich on that low line, taking over that 3rd spot, getting a heck of a run. But I'm not sure if any of these guys got anything for Carson up there in the front. Carson and Sean been hooked up since the green flag, and man, they haven't looked back. So these guys really running nose to tail, man. They're really putting it around here. '15 of Sean, they're doing a little bit of bump drafting on the 103, going down the backstretch. But coming into the turn, he backs it off a little bit. Not a wise idea to bump draft in these turns. I'm the understanding these cars are a little bit hairy. You don't want to be bump drafting in the turns. It really gets them out of shape quick. Rich trying to get a run on that low line. Him and Tommy coming through on that low line, and it looks like they're going to get that line. Carson staying a little bit on the high side. Rich coming through. Tommy pushing the daylights out of him here, hanging on his bumper, just back about a car length. And Dean giving Tommy a little love tap there in the rear, and Tommy giving Rich a little love tap. Going down the backstretch, that's what it's all about. That's some good racing going on there by this front 8 up here. These guys are really doing a great job up here. Back here we've got H and Speed running together. Them two kind of staying hooked up together. They're just kind of like on the tail end of that front 8. But doing a great job. Doing a great job out here. Further back in the field, we've got Chris Pujo, Jeff Bond, and Jarrett running way back here. And T. Lund, he's gotten kind of shuffled clear to the back. He was running fairly good up there earlier. The 65 of Russ Sprague taking up the rear of the field. He's way off of the pace. Nobody to draft with. He is falling back to 15 seconds behind the leader. So that's bad for us. But rookie out here hasn't run with these guys for very long, and he's learning the ropes out here, and he's doing okay. These guys are happy with him, I guess, and doing a great job. So the 14 and the 13 sucking up to the draft now. Joey Demand staying on the high side. Doesn't have anybody up there to help him. And these guys back here are coming. They're going to start smelling that back end of that draft here before long. They're just biding their time. Lap 30, they still got a long ways to go. Chris Pujo pulling them around. That four right there, running very good nose to tail, so that's a good way to catch the leaders. Rich Patton going high. Dean sneaking by on that inside, taking over that. Whoops. Rich still hanging there on the high side. Dean sneaking by on that inside, followed by Bryson. I believe Bryson there. The Patton brothers staying up on the high side. So these guys doing pretty good up here. These now we've got 10 cars in this mix. So wow, this is great. Went from 8 to 10. And don't look now, guys, but that 4 behind you are catching up. You guys quit doing that stuff, man, or they're going to catch you real quick. Look at this, four wide, and there's a wreck. Oh, there's a big one. So not sure exactly. We're going to go back and watch that because that bringing out the caution now. Looked to me like maybe the 68 there kind of got a little loose, but we'll go to the far chase view and watch this. He was kind of going up the middle, tapped the 103, kind of got him really loose. We'll go back a little further because it all transpired when he kind of got out of the mix right in there. He thought he would take it up the middle, and probably wasn't a wise choice. But he had a run, and he thought maybe it was good. You know, he could take it up there, go right up the middle. Rich kind of drifted up a little high going into the turn. Tommy trying to get a little of that side draft off of him, and he had a run on Rich on that outside. So probably not a bad call on his part. Just they all kind of gathered back up and bunched him up in the middle. And very tight racing right there, guys. Man, that was tight racing. And the 103 kind of drifted up into him a little bit. And that started the whole mess, man. It just wadded up the field back in here. So, but don't look like Tommy come out of it too awful bad. But he gathered up some cars behind him. Joey Demand going for a heck of a ride here. So a lot of the cars now getting caught back up to the field. We're probably going to see our leaders come on pit road now. I'll get top off for tanks of fuel. Probably do some tire changing too. We got one staying out, one brave soul staying out. Oh, got a couple of them staying out. Okay. 43 of Dean leading them down, followed by the 103 of Carson. So these guys coming down are going to probably do probably at least a 2-tire change, I would say. And get a full load of fuel, and they're going to be heading back out here right quick. This is probably going to be a pretty quick pit stop. So we see right sides going on these cars. And left sides. So pretty much everybody doing a 4-tire change. Looks like maybe the 6 might have only done a 2-tire change. Let's go back here and we'll watch real quick and see if he does a 2-tire or 4-tire change. And it looks to me like he only did a 2-tire change. Stop. Right side's on. Full tank of fuel. And he's away. So all right. So the 6 coming back out here, catching up to the field. 65 of Russ Brega staying out. Joey DeMann and Bryson. So these guys, not sure if we'll see them pit. They may come back in, top off their tanks of fuel. So we're coming up on halfway here. In about another 4 laps, we'll be halfway. 76 laps here tonight at Talladega. Had a little bit of a rough start. Had some server issues, had some driver issues, and got that all ironed out. And now we're back out there racing. So it looks like the number 3 coming down pit road. The 84 of Bryson coming down pit road. 65 of Russ Sprague coming down pit road. So we're seeing a few more of the tail end of the field here. Well, they were at the front of the field. Now they'll be at the tail end of the field. These 2 coming down pit road side by side. And the 84 stopping in his pit stall. Three taking 4 tires. Caution out on lap 33. I believe it was 33 or 34. Might have been at the tail end of 33, I believe it where it was. They were coming to 34. So I believe this is caution number 2 in this 76 lap race here tonight. A lot of nice looking paint schemes out here tonight. These guys, really putting a lot of effort into their paints. So good job by these guys. So I'm showing Jeff Bond here in the number 6, out in the lead. This isn't new territory to him. He's been out here once earlier tonight and been kind of riding in the back. A lot of the guys riding in the back and hanging out there, trying to let some laps run down. And we're probably going to see some really good racing when it comes down to about 15 to go, 10 to 15 to go. So the 103 of Carson there in the 3rd spot. Don't count him out because, again, like I'm saying, I'm hearing that he is a master at Talladega. So Jeff Bond out here stopping and starting his car, saving some fuel. Long ways around this track, and the more caution laps you do, the more fuel you're using, and they're not green flag laps. So the lights are off on the pace car now, so next time by we're going back to green flag racing. Jeff Bond's still saving some fuel. That's going to soon come to an end here because he's going to start putting the hammer down. Get back out here and run some more. So coming to the flag here, coming to the line, they will be starting lap 37. So we're one lap away from halfway. Green, green, green. The front three here going nose to tail. Jeff Bond and Dean and Carson trying to get a good run here. Maybe they can pull away from the field a little bit. Highly doubtful here. Now we got the fourth one into the mix. T-Gun. Followed up by Speed. They're running into fifth place. Good job by Speed. And we've got caution out again. Okay. Let's go back and see what the caution was. I don't see what the caution was, guys. Oh, okay, here we go. Russ Sprague getting oh, he blew his motor or something here. It's like coming out of the turn here, blew his motor, so that bringing the caution out. Probably try to limp it to pit road. He is getting it off the track and it finally lets completely go. So that bringing out the caution here. So doggone it, that's too bad for him. So all the leaders coming down on pit road again. And Jeff Bond away again. I'm assuming probably only taking 2 tires. Rich opting to take 4. So some different pit strategies here. Jeff Bond still trying to save fuel. Every bit of fuel he can save, the better, you know. So Dean brings them around here. Now we might see these guys duck into pit road here and maybe top off their fuel tanks. They did run a few laps on that, 3 or 4 laps. Three or 4 green flag, or you know, like 3 green flag laps plus all your caution laps. So that adds up a lot, you know. Uses up a lot of fuel just cruising around here. I'm sure they're cruising around like in 3rd or 4th gear, but you're still using that precious fuel, and you know you don't want to have to duck on pit road and take fuel out of sequence. from the rest of the drivers, because you're going to lose that draft and they're going to catch you and they're going to go by you like a freight train. So Dean staying out, not wanting to relinquish that lead, but we are seeing a few of the guys coming onto pit road now. Topping off these fuel tanks is going to be a must. The 98, the 15. Haven't heard too much out of Waynsky tonight. He's been kind of quiet. He's been, I guess, trying to keep his car intact, make sure, he's keeping all the fenders square on that thing and running good. So in the Zest machine, Zest soap. And he's away. 4-tire change, full tank of fuel. 99 doing 4-tire change. So a lot of these guys, those different pit strategies. Again, like I said, some of the guys, they maybe only want to do 2 tires, 4 tires. But again, Dean continuing to stay out. And also H there in the number 14. Those two staying out. So Joey DeMann up there in 3rd spot. So good run by Joey today. Did get tangled up a little bit in that one wreck, but I don't believe he took a lot of damage. So he seems to be okay out there. Joey DeMann coming on to pit road now. Last minute strategy move by him. And the number 6 following him up. 6 was out there trying to save a little bit of fuel, but this could all be thrown out the window now. They'll be going back to green flag here, I believe, this next time by. 3 taking right side tires. The 6 overshot his pits, taking fuel only. Joey DeMann doing a 4-tire change, fuel, and he's away. The 99 doing a 4-tire change and fuel of Jarrett. Jeff Bond continuing to save fuel. Car not running. So the lights are off on the pace car now. Dean continues to lead him around here. Has not pitted yet. Could be maybe hoping for another caution, and maybe he'll get in there and duck in and get some fuel and some tires then. Pace car ducks off. Dean leads them down. We got a late pit road entry there. Not sure what was going on with that. Green, green, green. Well, let's go take a look here at the 103 of Carson. Not sure what was going on with that. He's going to be way off of the pace. He's going to be way out of the draft and everything. So they get these cars back up to speed. Tommy Patton running in the 4 spot. Him and Rich. Hopefully we'll get hooked back up together. The Patton brothers get them back up there. The 13 going onto the high side. 68 and a 00 getting a run here. Going to pass him. 13 up there of speed all by himself. Not a good place to be up there by yourself. Losing a couple of positions right off the bat. So trying to get a little draft back in there, maybe get sucked back up to the lead, but being passed by a couple more cars now. The 15 and the 98 getting past him, and he finally does duck down in and get back in the line. So that was unfortunate for speed, man. Maybe that was by design. Uh-oh. Wow, they all blinked out again. Wow. Definitely having some server issues here tonight. Dean kind of pulling away by quite a little bit. Nobody immediately on his bumper, so wow. These guys racing 3 wide right behind him, and he's loving that. That affords him a little bit of a chance to pull away. These guys dicing it up in the back here a little bit. 98 and 15 kind of dicing it up. Oh, man. Waynsky ducking to the inside. Man, he dove clear down cross traffic for that one. He'd seen a hole, and boy, he put that thing through it. And he takes that 4th position. Everybody behind him checking up because they weren't what was going on there. But he seen a hole and put the nose of that car right in there, and away he went. So good job by Waynsky. He's getting down, running down about the time, man. The cars all blink out again. Wow. This server definitely not a good server tonight, so not being very friendly to us. Dean continuing to pull him around here with Bryson right on his tail. Followed by the 13 of Speed. We've seen Speed kind of back there a little ways, but he's managed to stay up there. Managing to stay in the draft. He does kind of go a little bit high on that turn coming out of the tri-oval. Going into 3, he is going to lose that position to Waynsky. Going to have to duck down in behind him to regain composure here and catch back onto their draft. Tommy pulling Rich around in that 4th and 5th, or 5th and 6th position. Some good racing going on back here by these guys. Joey DeMann looking on the inside. Catches the apron a little bit, but manages to save it. Trying to get a run underneath Rich. And looks like he's going to get a nose under there, but Rich closes the door on him. It's a good racing going on back here in the pack, guys. I mean, this is getting very, very interesting. These guys know, they're coming up to the lap 50 mark, and that'll only put them 26 to go. I mean, that's a long ways, but when you start getting down to about 15 to go, man, it's time to start making that move. And 3 wide going into the turn again. Rich taking it 3 wide, but ducks back down. does lose a couple positions on that one. So definitely, I'm seeing a lot of this. These guys seem to take it a little wide coming out of the turns. Boy, that just opens up the door for the low line to stick their nose in there and go. Joey the Man catching the apron again. Boy, he likes that apron. He needs to stay away from that. That's not very good to you there, Joey. Chris Pujo there right in tow. Ooh, and 20 or the 15 coming down across the nose of the 3. And underneath Tommy there, 4 positions. So these guys are really dicing it up. Very, very good racing going on right here, right now. This is where you start seeing the talent of these guys. These guys have run around each other a lot and they know each other. Communication is a big, big thing. Them all being, in team speak together here, communicating, very important communication. Everybody maintaining position pretty well right at the moment. And cars all blink out again. Wow. This server really messed up. The 15 and the 33 getting run on the inside. Joey going to the high side. Kind of forcing the 98 up the hill a little bit there. But does maintain that position, so good job by Joey. Waynsky kind of getting shuffled to the back. Doesn't really mean anything here. Like I said, you can go from the front to the back in one lap or from the back to the front in one lap. Draft everything here. Draft means everything. Dean making a high line. Oh, that's not going to be good. And the 15 of Optimus Prime looking on inside here and makes that pass. And pulling Chris Pujo with him. And look who's on the bumper of that. Rich right there and Joey the Man. So in front 4. Kind of doing the 4-man tango. Everybody wanting to dice around and look for a way to cut through and make a pass on somebody. But you pull out of that line and you're going to the back. And they all know it too. So Sean bringing them around in the number 15 now. And we're seeing a lot of them are just drawn here in single file. Tommy pushing the daylights out of the 14 of H. But he backs off going into the turn. So Rich going a little high, getting out of that position. H is going to duck underneath him. And that's going to take over that position. Unless Tommy can get a good push on that high side by Dean. Dean kind of going on the high side now, and that affording Bryson to get right up on the back bumper of Rich. Joey the Man moving into second place now. So Joey the Man really putting the muscle down here tonight. He is ahead in the points by 14 points going into this race, so he wants to maintain that lead in the points. So he's out there really racing hard. He's got his heart in it. Ooh, we got one on H hitting the apron there. Dang. And he's making pit stop all by himself, and that's not good. Not a good thing to do, to make a pit stop by yourself. He's not going to have a drafting partner. We may start seeing some cars come down pit road now. These been a few laps. Guys might want to stop and get some fuel for a run to the end. Might be a little early though. So we've got 23 to go. So I'm sure these guys are going to probably get every mile out of every drop of gas that they can. So they'll only have to make one more pit stop. I don't know the exact pit window, but I believe it's around 20 laps. Somebody said 18, but I'm not really sure on that. So we haven't gone that many laps yet, but they're coming around and they're going to put H a lap down. That might have been just a little bit of a premature pit stop, but I don't believe he pitted on that one and that last caution. So maybe he needed the fuel. These guys out front here all pitted, took 4 tires, fuel. Some took 2. Waynsky running in the 4th position there. Good job by Waynsky. Kind of looking to see where Jarek was running. I see him running in the 5th position now, so good job by Jarek. He's seeing the end coming closer here, and I think he's starting to see where he needs to start making that move. Dean coming out of pit, that's putting him a lap down as they go by him. So we're seeing some green flag pit stops now, guys. I'm trying to stay on the leaders to see when they pit. Dean didn't pit on that last caution either, so he was probably getting it right down where he was siphoning the last drop out of the gas tank with a straw. Saying, come on, just a half more lap. So these guys still out here turning some good laps. Joey DeMann pushing the number 15 around here. Every chance he gets, he's pushing on the straightaways, and the 33 there, Chris Pujo, right on his tail, followed by Waynsky. Waynsky right there, and Jarek. Rich Patton in the 6th position. Good job by these guys out here, man. I'm telling you, they're doing a great job now. They kind of thinned the field down just a little bit by the green flag pit stop. So, we've got Waynsky coming on pit road now. Waynsky coming down pit road. So let's see what he's going to do here. We might see more of the cars start coming on pit road now. If I was him, I would take 4 tires, full tank of fuel. Now, he should be able to make it the rest of the way from here. So pit strategies are starting to fall into play. Puts on right sides. And left sides. And he's away. So we're probably going to see him go a lap down. And Rich Patton coming on pit road now. Oh, and he overshoots pit road. Holy moly. Oh, that's going to be costly. And it looks like he may have a flat tire. Got a little damage on that. Let's go back and watch that again here as he comes down, trying to hit his pit road entrance. He comes off the apron, trying to get it woed, and locks him up here. Hitting the brakes really hard and locks him up and slides right past the cone and right out into the grass. So, and he is on pit road. Not sure if he got a little damage on that. Must be, because very slow on pit road here. And he's getting it fired back up, but he's got a little bit of damage. So we're seeing more of the leaders coming down pit road now. The 15, the 84, they relinquished the lead. Coming down pit road, doing a 4 tire change. Oh, 15 does a 2-tire change. 84 does a 2-tire change. So those two going to get partnered back up here and come back out. 13, he's away. The 33 of Chris Pujo, he's away. So we're seeing a lot of green flag pit stops. This is a good thing. This makes for very good racing. It's all about being a good racer now. So we'll see how this shakes out when they all come across the stripe here. Dean coming across the stripe, I believe, might put him in the lead. No, that only puts him in 10th. So these guys start getting their cars back up to speed. Trying to find the leader, but I haven't been able to find the leader yet. Might be Joey DeMann. So the 318 of T. Lund here in second. But Jarek out in the lead. So Jarek leading them around. And, oh, it blinked out again. But Jarek making his pit stop, and everything's going good for him. This time Bobby, 16 laps to go. He shouldn't have to make any more pit stops. But don't look now, Jarek. You got a couple coming up behind you here, and these guys, of course, Rich is no threat to you, but Joey DeMann in second place there, and he's drafting off of Rich. They can catch you and pass you very, very easily. In the third spot, we got T. Lund. Fourth spot, Chris Pujo. Fifth is Speed. Sixth place is Bryson. And those guys are racing it up for position. Meantime, Jarrett continuing to lead him around out here all by himself. And the pack's starting to catch him behind him, though. But and they will probably catch him and go by him. I think this was kind of by design by Jarek. He likes to come from the back to the front. He's maintaining position, leading quite a few laps here. These guys all communicating here, and they know that it's coming, so the drafting is coming. They're going to probably just smoke by Jarek here in any minute. You know, they're just they're coming up on his rear bumper real fast. And they're giving them plenty of room. They could go take the low line if they want to. Rich kind of staying right on his bumper, giving him a little bit of help. Could have probably went by him, being pushed by Joey DeMann. They do look to the inside of Jarek now, and it looks like they've got to run. So the freight train's going to go by Jarek here. But he gets a little bit of help on that high side too by Speed, and Speed goes underneath him, takes it 3 wide. Ooh, oh! Jarek comes back down and bumps and takes a couple of them out. Whoa, let's go back and watch that again, because I don't think that was intentional. It was just one of them freak things that happened there. Coming out of that, we're going to go to the far chase view here and kind of watch this, because as this unfolds, Speed going up the middle, and the 84 Bryson tapping the 99 in the rear. And that started a chain reaction. Not used to this replay on this guy, sorry. But as the 99 tries to come back down and fit in between them two, the 84 had quite a run and tagged the 99 in the back. So, and that spins a bunch of them around. The 99 trying to get hard on the brakes so he don't speed down pit road. Takes it out across the grass. And it looks like Jarek has taken it behind the wall. Okay, not sure what's going on here, but this car's going real slow, waiting on the pace car, so. And that does put Joey the man out in front here. I don't believe they're going to have to make any pit stops. We'll probably get the green flag with about 10 to go, 9 or 10 to go. So this is going to be about a 9 or 10 lap shootout at the end. So a lot of cars coming off pit road, getting things fixed up. T. London in the second spot, Speed in the third, Wayneski running in fourth spot, in the fifth spot Dean, Tommy running in the sixth spot, in the seventh spot H. Kind of messing me up a little bit here in the ninth spot. We've got Carson. So got a couple cars that have retired, taking their cars behind the wall. The 99 in an accident behind the wall. The 33, the 84, the 6 retired, and the 65. So a lot of cars out of the race now. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars out of the race. Rich being 1 lap down, trying to get his lap back as the leaders now decide that they are going to come on pit road. Rich trying to stay out there. He wants to get that lap back and be back on the lead lap so he can race with these guys to the end. Being a lap down kind of makes it a little rough for him to be out there running with these guys. So he should get the NASCAR weight by, I believe. I'm showing our leader here of T-Lund here in the number 318. Speed running in the second spot. So good job by these guys. Rich, I'm not sure if he's coming down pit road. I believe he is coming down pit road. He's running one lap down, but guess he's not going to get that lead back or lap back. Coming down pit road along with his brother Tommy coming down pit road too. Not sure, they're going to try to get maybe top off with fuel. Rich might be going to get some fresh tires on this. He overshoots his pit. And Tommy's away. Tommy's in 9th place right now. His brother being in 10th, but Rich being a lap down. So Dean, I'll start here. H running in the 8th spot. Dean running in the 7th. Waynsky running in the 6th here. Joey DeMane running in the 5th spot. Carson Kranz in the 4th spot. Optimus Prime running in the 3rd spot. Speed in the 2nd. And up here in the front, T-Lund in the number 318 running in the 1st spot. So lights still on the pace car. So we may be looking at about maybe an 8-lap shootout. I guess we're just kind of glad to get this race in tonight. I had a lot of server issues and man, cars blinking out, server was gone, we all disconnected, we reconnected. It was pretty crazy for a while, so I'm glad you stayed with us here and watched us to the end, but I appreciate your patience. So the lights are off on the pace car, so the next time by, we will be back to green flag racing, and that will give us 8 to go, I believe. Let's see, 7 to go. 7 or 8, maybe 8 to go. 8 laps to go, so. Ten cars remaining on the track at this time. We've had a few being taken out by accidents, and one of them retired. Jeff Bond retired a little bit early there. But 4 of them getting taken out by accidents. So. Pace car ducks off onto pit road, and they begin their long journey around this tri-oval to get ready to take this green flag once again. And this should possibly be the last green flag restart that we'll see, but we're coming to the end of the race. It's going to be pretty tough. These guys are going to be battling hard for this top spot. So, and green flag, they are away. They get the cars wound back up once again. T. Lund continuing to bring him around here, followed by Speed right on his tail. Speed got a good run on him there. Oh, Speed blocking. They're going 3 wide, going into the turn now. 15 looking on the inside, and this is getting dicey up here, boys. Guys are pretty close to be going 3 wide. T. Lund ducks it down in behind Speed. T. Lund losing about 4 or 5 positions on that, so wow. And here comes Joey DeMann marching up through. Dean hot on his tail. And Carson up there in the 103 pushing the number 15. Optimus Prime out in the lead, so go get him, buddy. So this time by will be 5 laps to go, guys. Coming down to the closing laps here. We're going to see the best of the best coming out of this. Now these guys have got to, make sure that they keep it clean and run it to the end. But if they want every available hole that they can stick that nose in, they're going to do it. Hopefully it doesn't cause a caution. Carson pushing Sean really hard now. Joey looking on the inside. Dean pulling on the high side. Up there all by himself, though. Not a good place to be. Ducks it back down below. Wayneski pulling up there in the 5th position in that draft. If he lets H get in there, he'll close that hole up real quick. Wayneski searching very, very drastically, trying to find somebody to hook up with him and go on that high side. Dean kind of looked like he was going to look there, but decided otherwise. Wayneski kind of losing that position, just as I thought. H closing up that hole real quick. Wayneski getting stuck on that outside. Dean going high again, trying to pull Wayneski up through there. Wayneski could get a little draft off of him. He might be able to pull back in and regain that position. These front 3 continuing to just run nose to tail. Pushing the 15 down the back stretch, followed by Joey DeMann. Joey DeMann pushing them. These 3 going hard at it right here. Dean following right up there in the 4th place, just waiting for one of them to make a hole there, and he can stick the nose of that 43 in there. And Joey DeMann's going on the low side. He likes to stick that nose in down there on that low side. And if the 103 there of Carson leaves a little bit of a hole there, he's going to go. Very good racing going on right here, man. I'm telling you, these guys are really dicing it up really good. H hanging around right there. Speed. Rich Patton being lapped down, but he's hanging in the draft really well. Wayneski falling way back. Wayneski falling back to about the 7th position, I believe. They just go nose to tail, continuously going nose to tail. And this time by will be 3 laps to go. So this is going to get good now. These guys are really going to start battling hard, and I just hope they keep it clean. Don't see any cautions now, guys. We don't want a caution now. Joey DeMann sucking up on the bumper of the 15, trying to give that 15 a push out there, and the 15 blocking like crazy out in front. Every move Joey makes, 15's right there to block him. So Optimus Prime bringing him around once again. This time by will be 2 laps to go. I believe 15's doing a lot of mirror driving right at the moment. He knows Joey's right there, and if he even just leaves a half of a car opening there, Joey's going to stick the nose underneath him. 15 is not going to leave. He's not going to let anybody get underneath him. Mirror driving like a son of a gun, I'm telling you guys. What it takes to win here at Talladega. It's what it takes to win. Ooh, Joey getting a little bit, hooking the bumper of him a little bit. Coming down to it here, coming down. This time here will be white flag. White flag. Here we go. Last lap, ladies and gentlemen. Last lap. This is it. This is for all the cookies in the jar. As they come around and come down the backstretch. Sean's still out in the lead. Joey looking for any way he can get around that 15 car, but he just can't quite get it done. Without help, the one... What is that, the 103, trying to get a run on that outside, but he's just not going to be able to get it done. He's going to have to duck down in behind the 43. Coming out of turn 4. Coming down the front stretch. Joey pulls out. Trying to get a run, and he's not going to be able to get it done. But Dean going to slip in there. Oh, and they wreck. Oh, my word. What a finish. What a finish. 15-3 and 103. So what a change of events right there on that last lap, man. That really stirred things up a lot. So let's go back and let's watch that again before the server does shut down. Let's kind of get a bird's eye view on this to see how this all took about. These guys really running nose to tail. We're going to go on board with, or we're going to go to the far chase view, but we're going to go back a couple spots here to Dean and watch these guys coming around to the stripe. The 43 getting a run underneath Joey here. Joey coming down. I don't know. I think he was trying to get some side draft or something. Tapping the 43, but pulls back out. Gathers everybody up. Spins the 43 out. And they finish not under caution, but Dean getting taken out of the field there. But he does manage to pull out a 4th place finish on that. Sliding across the finish line in 4th place. So good job by these guys out here tonight. So let's get a word in with, drag Sean down here. And let me close this stuff out first. So we need Sean down here. Sean in the Optimus Prime.
User was moved.
Sean, hang out a minute, buddy. And I need, well, T-Lun doesn't have a
User was moved to your channel.
mic, and I need Joey down here. So...
User was moved to
okay.
your channel.
All right. Sean, Congratulations bringing home first place, man.
User disconnected from your channel.
Oh, thank you much. I tell you, this Stingray Chevrolet SS, she had some extra horsepower in there, and a big push there from Joey and from Carson earlier, and boy, I was just happy to be here.
Oh, that was a heck of a finish. You guys, I know you had to have been mirror driving them last 5 laps, because everywhere Joey went, you were staying right ahead of him. So great job out there running tonight, man. And sorry about Dean kind of getting bumped there by Joey at the end, but everybody battling for that top position. Things like that do happen, and it was unfortunate for Dean, but he still come home 4th place, so not a bad run. But yeah, congratulations coming home 1st place. You got anybody you'd like to thank out there tonight or say hello to?
Absolutely. I'd like to thank the people that get me here. That would be Stingray Chevrolet. Relax and enjoy the difference. Provided me a great piece here, and thank Mr. Joey there for a great push. And yeah, I had a whole lot of wheel there, Rudy, at the very end when I guess Dean come up and I got a good shot which propelled me up there, but I was up on the wheel. It could have gone either way.
But great job, man, and congratulations, and good to see you running so good out here tonight. I know it was a tough night getting to where we're at right now. Had a lot of server issues, cars blinking in and out, and it was a tough night, but great win and great race tonight. Thank you.
Thank you again. Yeah, it was worth every bit of the journey, and thank you much for putting this on. Got to thank Rich Patton too.
Very true. Yes, thank him very much. Joey DeMann coming home 2nd place, man.
Yeah.
Good job and congratulations coming home 2nd place. You just couldn't get by that 15 car at all, could you, man? He put the block on you. He drove in the rearview mirror. I don't think he looked out the windshield at all. Them last 5 laps. So, but you just didn't have nothing to get by him, did you?
Well, that was my goal, to make him watch his rear view more than going in, because I tried my hardest just to get a fender under him coming out of 2 and out of 4, but it wouldn't do it. But got to thank him for being clean, and thank Carson for the pushing he was doing there at the end, and also for Dean. And got to say, good thanks to GM for sticking, and theblaze.com and Coca-Cola for sure. So
very cool. Tell us about that coming to the stripe there. You and Dean kind of tapping fenders. I mean, I'm sure you were probably trying to get some side draft to get any kind of a shot to get ahead of Sean, for on that coming to the last couple 100 yards to the finish line. But tell us what happened there between you and Dean.
Well, I wasn't sure who it was. I figured it probably was Dean, because at the time he was behind me, and I was hoping he's going to go with me on the outside. And when I poked out there, he didn't, or somebody came in there with him, and trying to side with somebody, and then somebody got into somebody, and I felt somebody at our door, and I saw Optimus sideways. So I was like, we'll get whatever we get, hopefully with a car in one piece.
Well, very good, and congratulations again, coming home 2nd place, Joey. And you
Thank you, sir.
You got anybody you'd like to say hello to or give thanks to?
Well, just got to keep thanking my sponsors, and GM and the Blaze and Coca-Cola, and the guys back at home with the shop, with the engine shop and the build shop. Man, they put out these great cars, and we padded our big lead tonight, definitely. So we're real happy with that.
Well, very good. I'm very happy for you, Joey. I know you coming into tonight, you had a 14-point lead, but I don't know how much more you padded on top of that. But coming home 2nd definitely surely couldn't have hurt Channy. So
yeah, it's a win for us, that's for sure.
Yep. Congratulations coming home 2nd place tonight.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, that'll wrap it up this week at Talladega. It was a kind of a long night here trying to get this race in. I had server issues, but we managed to get a 76 lap race in, and what a race it wound up to be, and the finish was just absolutely awesome. So great job by everybody, and